Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
What is up, America and beyond? Greetings and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutritional supplementation. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and to your health and to your well-being and to addressing your challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more in control of your health, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side to help clear up this sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 26 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity and skin diseases like acne and eczema and rosacea and psoriasis, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system, it is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis, and while it may seem like a miracle to some folks, this renewing system is really nothing more than business as usual. It is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to get off your prescription drugs, help a loved one get off their prescription drugs, and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we want to hear from you on The Bright Side. Our number is 866-582-9933. That's 866-582-9933. If you want to contribute to the conversation, if you have a success story, if you have questions about the longevity products, the ones I take and the ones I recommend, our number is 866-582-9933. You can also go to our website, brightsideben.com, and take a look at the shopping cart that we have up with all the longevity products, including the Ultimate Classic and the Ultimate Enzymes and the OPC Selenium, and my personal favorite, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine multivitamin mineral complex powder that you add to water and drink. It's a wonderful source of B complex and vitamin C, your fat-soluble vitamins, minerals like magnesium and iron and calcium. You get plant-derived minerals, you get MSM, you get coenzyme Q10, amino acids. It's truly a cornucopia of nutrition. It's $50 a canister, and if you're like most folks, you're going to notice results within 1 or 2 doses, especially if you're dealing with a digestive issue. This stuff goes right to work. It bypasses the digestive enzymes and bypasses pancreatic juices and bile juices and goes right to work, gets absorbed right out of the small intestine, as all liquid nutrients do. That's one of the reasons we talk about liquid nutrients so much on The Bright Side. And the Beyond Tangy Tangerine is the quintessential example of a power-packed liquid nutritional supplement. Give it a shot, folks. You can find out all about it at brightsideben.com. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470. Or you can click on the Join Now link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com and start yourself a longevity business, or just get your products at the wholesale price if you so desire. All right, thanks so much once again for joining us on The Bright Side. I wanted to talk today about a subject that's near and dear to my heart. It's something I've been researching for many years. And it's something I've been wanting to talk about on The Bright Side for a long time, but there's so much interesting stuff in the world of nutrition that it's, after 2 years, we're finally getting to this subject. It's a subject that is literally swirling with controversy. It's been swirling with controversy for probably 40 or 50 years, even more so today than when it began, when we first started to understand this stuff, maybe 1930s, 1940s. It's a subject that is unfortunately affecting the lives of millions of Americans, and not in a good way. It's a subject that is filled with misunderstanding, misinformation, disinformation, propaganda, money interests, and it's a rare physician or patient who is not completely bamboozled by drug company bullcrap and PR propaganda that spews from Merck and Pfizer and all the other horrible evil pharmaceutical houses around the world that are specifically set up to extract billions upon billions of dollars from our ignorance. What I'm talking about, of course, is the subject of cholesterol, which, as you will soon see, is arguably the single most crucial, versatile, functional, important, vital, powerful, health-delivering compound in all animal cells, in all animal life. And I'm going to be as clear as I can, people. To take a drug or to do anything that monkeys around with your body's ability to make this incredibly important stuff is an ultimate example, maybe the ultimate example of medical stupidity and biochemical ignorance. If you wanted to destroy the health of an entire population, you couldn't do it more effectively than by convincing them that they need to force their bodies, to poison their bodies, to stop making cholesterol. Do you hear this, folks? If you are on a statin drug, if your doctor has told you you got to lower your cholesterol, do the research. Send them to the archives for the next couple of days, because we're going to be talking a lot about how vitally, vitally, vitally important this molecule is. To take a drug to poison the body's ability to make cholesterol is the height of medical stupidity and biochemical ignorance. Yet this incredible con job on the unsuspecting innocent public has been so effective that the vast majority of Americans, lay people and medical professionals alike, believe that they need to lower cholesterol to the point where millions of people line up voluntarily to pay for their cholesterol-lowering poison. And watching your cholesterol levels has become a national obsession. So let's start with the basics here. We're going to be talking about cholesterol here for the next couple of days, but let's start with the basics. First of all, the biochemical that we call cholesterol gets its name from the fact that it was originally found in gallstones. Chole, C-H-O-L-E, chole, as in cholesterol, is the Greek word for bile. Ster, S-T-E-R, as in steroids, sterol, comes from the Greek word for rigid or stiff or hard. Thus, cholesterol literally means hard or stiff bile. That's because when they first discovered cholesterol, it was found in stones, hard bile. Cholesterol is what you can consider a basic raw material, maybe the most basic raw material building block in all of animal life. By the way, cholesterol is what distinguishes animal life from plant life. There's two basic kinds of cells. There's actually three if you include bacteria, but for the most part, for our purposes, we can talk about two basic kinds of cells, animal cells and plant cells. The distinguishing feature of animal cells is this molecule, cholesterol. In other words, what makes human beings not vegetables, movement and a nervous system, an ability to think and process information, what makes us human and animal, what makes animals animals, is achieved via the action of cholesterol. Cholesterol is the distinguishing molecule between plant life and animal life. That alone ought to tell you how critically important this stuff is. So cholesterol is a basic raw material. It's a building block from which other chemicals in the body come from. This notion of raw materials and building blocks is a fundamental concept in all of health and biology. It's something that you got to understand if you're going to understand how to use nutrition and how to stay healthy. The body's a chemical factory. Every cell in the body is a chemical factory. You know, an individual cell is capable of producing tens of thousands of different chemicals. Tens of thousands of different chemicals with no intelligence, with no outside force, with an inside intelligence. Somehow it knows what kind of chemicals to produce, and this chemical producing function of a cell is the major marker of all of life. Cells make things. The body makes things. The body's a chemical factory. It turns chemical A into chemical B, into chemical C, into chemical D, into chemical E, and on and on and on from birth to death. Every moment, every nanosecond that we are alive, the body is transforming chemicals into other chemicals endlessly, eternally, and ceaselessly, non-stop. Every moment you're alive, the body and cells in the body are turning chemicals into other chemicals, and cholesterol is a starting raw material. It is chemical A from which chemical B and C and D and E and F and on and on and on, other chemicals will be produced. It is the ultimate raw material for an infinite variety of biochemicals, many of which we cannot live without. And this fact alone should be a clue for us why we don't want to be poisoning this system. All right, we'll continue our discussion on cholesterol when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You are listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back right after this. Don't go away. There's a guy named Dr. Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor. Both a veterinarian and a naturopathic physician, Doc asks, why is this country spending more money on healthcare by far and ranking 50th in health and longevity worldwide? Doc believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, taking charge of their life, and attaining optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic pharmaceutical drugs that lead to side effects that require more expensive and toxic pharmaceutical drugs. Talk about being dependent on drug companies to our own destruction, no less. This is clearly a deadly recipe. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the government and big pharma manipulation of our health and healthcare system. I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about healthcare, and I've joined forces with him to help this tireless crusader spread his message. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's deadly recipe lectures. It makes a lot of sense, and I invite you to join our Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's www.brightsideben.com.
Mike Stenerson from Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Time waits for no one. That's why you should hurry to not miss the Freeze Dry Guy's end-of-year case lot sale. Go to freezedryguy.com or call 866-404-3663 to receive 20 to 25% off Mountain House freeze-dried foods. Mountain House, the gold standard in long-term storage products, include real freeze-dried meats, entrees, eggs, fruits, and vegetables. Yes, 20 to 25% off now. Also receive 30% off other selected Mountain House foods and receive 30% off selected Packaway brand dehydrated foods. Just call 866-404-3663 and ask for the Freeze Dry Guy. Plus long-range patrol ration eggs and ham at superb discounts. But these are extremely hard to find and nearly gone, so call today. Ask about our LRP ice cream bars too. Some items limited to stock on hand. And remember, the Freeze Dry Guy pays for shipping to your door within the lower 48 states. Order now. Don't miss out on the Freeze Dry Guy's end-of-year case lot sale. Call 866-404-3663 or visit freezedryguy.com.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
Great minds think alike. The network for the independent-minded. The Genesis Communications Network. GCN.
All right, we're back on the bright side. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben. We're here Monday through Friday. 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time on the Genesis Communication Network, and 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. If you miss a program, you want to review a program, or you want to point some information out to somebody, get to the website brightsideben.com and take a look at the archive page with all the programs. Got 2 years of programs up almost. A lot of shows, a lot of hours, and a lot of good information.